Most men chase. The ones she truly craves, don't. You've been taught to be nice, to always be there, to support her no matter what. But the men who haunt her thoughts, the ones she desires, dreams about, and can't stop thinking of, rarely follow those rules. Why? Because desire doesn't answer to logic. It responds to polarity, to mystery, to psychological tension and a grounded, magnetic masculine presence. Here's the brutal truth. You can play by every rule, and still be invisible. Or you can learn technique number 1, an internal psychological shift that flips her craving instinct on and makes her see you as the man she can't resist. This isn't about manipulation. It's about mastery. The kind of mastery that creates real attraction. Lasting arousal. Emotional fixation. And it begins with one core truth. Women don't crave a man because he's nice. They crave him because he awakens something inside them. If you're tired of being that sweet guy she forgets. If you're done with lukewarm attention and fleeting flings, then keep reading. Because what you're about to learn will reverse the entire dynamic, and put the power back in your hands. Why she doesn't crave you, yet. She enjoys your company. She laughs at your jokes. She calls you sweet. But when it's time to choose, the man she fantasizes about, loses sleep over, it's never you. If that hurts, good. It means you're ready to hear the truth. Craving isn't about compatibility. It's about tension, polarity, anticipation, presence. Women are biologically drawn to emotional leadership and energetic strength, not control, but calm authority. Not aggression, but centered masculinity. And that's exactly what most men have been conditioned to suppress. From school to society to relationships, you've been rewarded for being agreeable, non-threatening, emotionally safe. But here's the catch. Women don't crave just safety. They crave spark. The charge. The force that makes them feel alive and seen. This isn't about tricks or tactics. This is about reconnecting with your deepest masculine core, the part of you that naturally stirs feminine craving. If you want to be the man she wants emotionally, sexually, and spiritually, you need to become a man few ever dare to be. Let's begin. 1. The illusion of logic. Why nice fails and polarity wins. Most men approach attraction like a math problem. Be kind. Be present. Be consistent. And she'll eventually want you. But that's not how it works. The more logical your approach, the less she feels. Because feminine desire isn't rational. It's emotional. It lives in sensation, in ambiguity, in anticipation. 2. Masculine energy, the forgotten force she yearns for. Modern society has blurred the lines of masculinity, encouraging men to tone it down, to never be too much. But here's what nobody tells you. A woman can't fully express her femininity unless she feels the presence of real masculinity. Not the false kind, loud, aggressive, performative. But the true kind, grounded. Silent. Calm. Clear. What is masculine energy? Masculine energy is stillness in chaos. Direction in uncertainty. Depth in a shallow world. She is the wave. You are the shoreline. She flows. You hold. When you show up with strong masculine presence, she doesn't just feel attraction, she feels safe enough to open. That's where craving begins. Not through charm or effort. Through charge. Through gravity. How masculine energy triggers craving. It creates emotional safety and primal excitement, simultaneously. Emotional leadership, you're unmoved by her emotional storms. You hold space with steadiness. Command without control, you guide, not dominate. She follows because she trusts you. Sexual gravity, your body language speaks louder than words. Your gaze lands with weight. You don't chase, because you don't need to. Why most men lose this edge? 2 reasons. Cultural conditioning, years of being told masculinity is toxic, intense is dangerous, assertiveness is wrong. Neediness, when your focus is on gaining affection, you lean into feminine energy, and the polarity dies. When that polarity dies, she pulls away. Not out of cruelty, but because the charge is gone. Reclaiming masculine presence. You don't fake masculinity. You embody it. Self-control, delay gratification. Master your impulses. Direction, live with purpose that's bigger than her. Stillness, speak less. Observe more. Hold eye contact without flinching. Grounded sexuality, want her, but never need her. A man on his path isn't begging for affection. He's radiating presence. And that's what ignites her craving. 3. Emotional tension, the oxygen of desire. You felt it, the electric pause, the shared glance, the breath before the kiss. That's emotional tension. And it's the fuel that attraction burns. What is emotional tension? It's the space between intimacy and restraint. The psychological pull before release. The almost that becomes unforgettable. Desire dies in comfort. But with tension, even silence sizzles. Why tension creates craving? Craving lives in the uncertain. Did he mean that? Why hasn't he called? What happens next? By keeping interactions layered, playful, charged, unpredictable, you activate her emotional center. That's where obsession begins. How to create real tension, without games. You're not playing mind tricks. You're crafting moments that awaken her senses. Hold eye contact longer than feels safe. Pause before you speak or touch, suspense builds heat. Tease, don't please, flirt with edge. Speak less. Mean more. Push-pull dynamics, offer warmth, then retreat. This signals. You can have part of me, but not all. Not yet. That contrast. It hooks her. Tension is not equal to neglect. It's not about ignoring her. It's about creating deliberate contrast, warmth and edge. Presence and mystery. You're a man who can give love, but doesn't hand it out for free. 4. The craving curve, how women desire in cycles. Attraction isn't a light switch. It's a wave. Female desire is cyclical, not linear. It rises and falls in emotional phases. Welcome to the craving curve, the cycle that governs how craving takes root and deepens. The 4 stages of craving. Curiosity, you spark something. A look, a presence. You're unreadable. She wonders about you. Emotional engagement, she flirts, opens up, invests emotionally. You stay grounded, not overeager. Withdrawal, you pull back intentionally. Her mind races. Desire spikes in your absence. Re-engagement, you return, steady, calm. And now, your presence hits harder than ever. Touch her now, whisper something low, and you imprint craving at the cellular level. Bonus, hormonal craving. This isn't just psychological, it's chemical. Dopamine, spikes through tension. Oxytocin, bonds her to presence. Cortisol plus desire, drive obsession. She'll say, I don't know why, but I can't stop thinking about him. That's the craving curve in motion. 5. Anchored craving, embedding the obsession. Want to take it further? Anchor the feeling. Make her crave you every time she hears a word, sees a gesture, smells a scent. What is anchored craving? It's linking intense emotion to a specific stimulus, so she subconsciously relives that desire every time she encounters it. How to anchor craving. Pick your anchor, a phrase, scent, gesture, sound. Use it during emotional highs, playful tension. Physical closeness. Deep moments. Repeat consistently, every time she's emotionally charged, pair it with the anchor. Now, even in your absence, you linger. Example. You whisper, "Only you," while brushing her hand during a heated moment. Do this 3 or 4 times, she'll crave you when she hears it again, even days later. Why most men fail? They don't understand emotional timing. They rush. Or repeat anchors in flat moments. They use generic lines. Or skip the charge. Anchoring is not performance, it's precision. Your edge. You're not the nice guy. You're not the overcorrected alpha. You're the man she feels. The one her body remembers. The one she can't forget. Would you like me to now provide real-world examples of anchoring techniques? Show how to use anchors in texts and voice messages. Expand this into a polished, full-length guide for print, audio, or video. Let me know how you want to shape this next phase. Conclusion: be the man she craves, not the one who waits to be chosen. Craving isn't born from effort. It's born from energy. You've now seen the truth. Most men chase. Craved men attract. Most men overgive. Craved men hold back just enough to build fire. Most men seek validation. Craved men radiate certainty. Most men try to be liked. Craved men are unforgettable. This isn't about pretending to be someone else. It's about remembering who you were before the world tamed you. Before you learned to second-guess your instincts. Before you softened your edges to fit in. Before you believed that craving was something you had to earn, rather than something you could command. You don't need to become louder. Or richer. Or more charming. You need to become aligned. Anchored in your presence. Rooted in your direction. Clear in your energy. Because when you become that man, the one who doesn't chase, but draws her in, everything shifts. She feels you without a word. She thinks of you without a reason. She craves you without understanding why. Not because you tricked her. But because you awakened her. So stop waiting to be chosen. Stop begging for crumbs. Stop hiding your masculine edge just to feel accepted. You weren't born to be safe. You were born to be felt. Now go remind the world what it means to desire a man with depth. Because that man is you.